Hey everybody, it's Kendall Nice, and welcome to Grown Woman Energy Recap. You know, I'm going to start doing a rewind after each episode of Grown Woman Energy as I did last week. But this one is extra special because I have the star of yesterday's episode, episode 2, with my co-host Sheila Dunbar. She is the co-host. If you've watched the show, you've seen it, of Grown Woman Energy. And Sheila always exudes grown woman energy. What is that? Joy, confidence, self assurance, laughter. Like that's who she is at 59 and a half years old. Welcome, Sheila Dunbar to
Thank
Grown
you,
Woman Energy. Real
Kendall.
talk, real grown.
Thank you, Kendall. How are you, love?
Real. I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed. I am blessed and happy to be here.
Yes, yes. So we're talking about our show, Grown Woman
Mm,
Energy. People are going to get 4 episodes, like 4.5 episodes of
yes.
Grown Woman Energy. This is a show that I'm so glad you said yes to. When I said, hey, I want
hmm
you a part of this, you saying yes, you didn't hesitate. Why was it important for you to say yes?
First of all, because I believe in your vision, you know, and it was important to get women like us our point of view out there because it's so many times that we're put to the back of everything. We're put to the back of everything. We're written off. Oh,
Mhm.
you're 50, 50 plus. Okay, you don't matter. You don't have the energy. You don't have this. And it's people have to realize because you turn 50 plus or you're over 50, you're not dead. You're still alive. There's so much more that people
Mhm.
start new lives. You're going into a new phase of your life. I always use this as a guideline.
Mhm.
Chris Jenner started her multi-billion-dollar business at 50 years old. So come on. There's nothing you can do. And don't let the world
Yep.
tell you because you're 50 plus
Yep.
that they're putting you out the pasture. You're not getting better. You're not getting worse. You're getting better. You're not, it's like fine wine. You're
Yes.
aging like fine wine. And there's so much that we can tell
Yes.
these young people, these young girls, these young men even, how we should be treated, how we expect to be treated, how what we look for, that your life is not over when you turn 50. You can still have a great life. So yeah,
Yes. And
that's
I
why I
think that
said yes.
and I think that is so important. And when I tell you that I know God led me to make that right decision having you, honey, like I could never imagine this show without you. And I want to
Oh,
say
thank you.
publicly again, thank you for your yes. You already know I'm
Yeah.
emotional today, but
Yeah.
thank you for your yes. Thank you for, so I'm gonna keep it real, sowing a seed my vision. You know what I'm saying? Thank you
Mhm.
for being obedient.
Yeah.
Thank you for being
Mhm.
obedient. Thank you for being vulnerable. And thank you for bringing joy to the show. That
Oh,
means a lot to me.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I like to say thank you for letting me be part of your vision because I know it's important. Women need to hear this.
It is.
Oh, my
It
light just went
is.
off.
So I want to talk about episode
hmm
2. It was
Yes.
called Love
Oh my
Over
God.
50,
Yes.
Dating, Divorce, and Doing You with that grown woman energy. So last
Yes.
night we talked, and you had
Ooh.
said some things about you and your husband.
Yes, I
Y'all
did.
grown.
Yes,
Y'all
we
be
are.
having relations.
Yes,
Y'all
we
been married
do.
25 years. Both of
That's
you are
right.
over your 50s, and
Mm-hmm.
your love life, your sex life is better than ever. And I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you talked about it because people think once you get older, it dissipates. And some might be like 50 something is not old, and it's relative. To 20
Yeah.
something people, 20-year-old, 50 is old. To a
Mm-hmm.
70 40-year-old, 50 is
50
young.
is young.
You watch,
Exactly.
right. So you watch this with your husband. So I we've talked about how he felt about it, and how did you feel about being so candid and truthful about that?
I'm going to be honest. When we recorded it, I kind of forgot a lot of the stuff that I had mentioned, but I was glad that it was brought to the forefront. Um, my and I wanted to take pictures and send to you of how my husband was looking, but when the conversation started, he's like, "Oh my God," because he knows me, and but this is one of the things that we have that connection, because there are things that my husband will do, and I know when certain topics come up, I'm like, "Oh my God, I know where he's going with this," and he knew what we want to talk about. He knew where I was gonna go with this, because I'm very open and I'm very candid when we talk about certain things like that. And yeah, we do have a very, very vibrant uh, sexual life. We're very intimate with each other. We we love each other, and we show that physically, to one another, and that there should be no reason to be embarrassed by that. You know, there's no
Yes.
reason whatsoever. We're married. We've been married going on. It'll be 25 years in July, and I think, like I said in the show last night, everyone, if you follow my history on my podcast, Sheila's Take, don't want to be, plugging, but yeah,
Yes,
if you
plug
follow
it.
my
Stop,
history
plug it.
on
Go
my on
ahead.
my on my podcast, I talk about my journey where I went through a transformation, and I was 230 pounds, probably even heavier than that, and we had a very vibrant um, sexual life. So again, can you imagine what it is now when I've lost over 100 pounds? And I feel I'm so much more energetic. Um, I have, I feel so much better about myself. You know, it's no more, I don't have to worry about. I'm free. I don't have to worry about. Let's turn off the lights. Let's close the blind. It's comfortable. We're comfortable with one
Yes.
another. You
Yes.
know, and my husband constantly, even when before even the show started last night, and I was fixing dinner, he said, honey, you look beautiful.
Oh,
You look beautiful. And I'm like, well, thank you, and so and he tells me that all the time,
shout your
and
husband out. Tell the folks his name, and
my
also, guys, I'm gonna have Sheila and her husband on remixing relationships, because I think they're a great pair. They're very honest. They're very real about their relationship. It's not a facade. They talk about the hard work that they put in, the
yeah.
trials and everything. So if you want to see a taste of it, right here on my YouTube channel on Shine with Candelanice, my podcast, the last season, I focused all on relationships, and they were on there. But
Hmm.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
for this season 3 of Remixing Relationships, all my guests will be couples. So Sheila, y'all definitely will be a part
Okay.
of that 100%. But shout your husband out. Let him,
My hubby, Victor Dunbar,
Victor.
I love you, baby. But he does what he does, and you're right. Our relationship was not easy. Everyone thinks that um, when you get married, it's pie in the sky. It's constant. Um, it's constant renewing. Because there's times when I get on my husband's nerve. I know I do. Just before we started this, he's home today, and I'm like, when are you gonna do this? When are you gonna take care of this? He's like, before the sun sets. my husband, my husband sounds like he wants to. He's citing scripture, but he's like, before the sun sets, this will be taken this will be taken care of. But this is
by
our
noon, by
relationship.
noonday tomorrow, I
but
about I
I,
about take out the trash.
yeah, but that's and I'm like, okay, but this is our relationship, and we've known each other for so long, and we have to be comfortable with one another. You have to be comfortable with one another, and I'm so blessed that at this point in my life, it's not deteriorating, it's getting better and better
Yeah.
in all aspects of that relationship. And these young ladies and these young men need to know all of these things. I
Mm-hmm.
was honestly, I was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and these young men, they didn't realize how old I was. These young men, I mean, they were like talking about these young ladies, and there were other ladies on the podcast. I'm like, how do you accept this? I would never accept this, never. But there's certain things, because these young ladies feel that they have to accept to be with someone, and you don't have to do that. Um, but it takes a lot. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and I was so honored to be able to show that, and to show that you can still be in love, you can still love each other. You're gonna fuss, you're gonna fight, you're gonna be unhappy sometimes, but it still works. It's still, my husband walks
Yes.
into the room sometimes, he'll have a nice pair of, nice little undies, and I'll be like, hun, you looking, okay, huh, you looking pretty good there.
I
you
love
know,
that.
you know what I'm saying? So it's little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not always about sex. Sometimes it's just intimate. Like I
Mm-hmm.
like I mentioned on the show, my husband's very him is a lot more with scents and smells, and
Yes.
so things like that. So I make sure when after I'm showering, I come out every day, I'm putting on that lotion, or that something, so that if he walks past me, he gets that whiff. It's just little things
Yes.
like that. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just little things like that. So it was a good show, and he enjoyed it. We were sitting there, we were laughing at some of the things, and he's like, hun, hun, hun. But I'm like, this is the truth. This is our life, you know. Um, and he thought it was a great show, though. He really enjoyed it. He enjoyed it. So
And you told me feedback that you're receiving. Wait a second. And you're telling me feedback you were receiving from the
mm-hmm.
show. And you were talking
Yes,
about, friend, can you talk about some of the feedback? Because we're getting amazing feedback.
yes.
And I
I'm
want to get everybody's feedback
mm-hmm.
together. So, guys, if you have a comment about the shows, put it in the comment section
Comments.
of YouTube. I'm going to show everybody's, because I'm trying to push this show so you can see it everywhere. We can have more episodes, and you
Yes,
turn on your favorite app or TV channel, and
and
we're
it's
on there.
there.
So,
That's
and it's
right.
there. So, people, it's important to subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment, make sure you leave the comment. You can tell us personally, but please
Mm-hmm.
leave comments. It's so important. And I'm going to grab all the comments, and that's going to be a part of my proposal. That's a part of my pitch,
Mm-hmm.
because people are really loving this show.
Yeah,
Everybody's like, we need something like this. Tell
because
me
they
some of
they
the
haven't
feedback.
had it. I mean, from the first episode until now. I mean, I got a text from a family member. She's like, this is something that we really really need, because we don't have a show like this. We don't see ourselves. These conversations need to be talked about, because these are real conversations that women, you guys are having. It's like you're sitting in a living room having a conversation. Some of my friends are 60 plus, and they're loving the show, because again, last episode when we talked about how you dress, and what to wear and feel comfortable. She's like, people, I'm 60 something years old, and I want to wear my short skirt, and she has beautiful legs. Why not wear that? Why
Mhm,
not? Because that's your best asset. Why not? Why
mhm.
hide it because you're 60 something
That's it.
years old?
Instead of why not?
Hmm. Why not? And that's what I feel this show is bringing. We're bringing that energy to let them know, hey, you at this point in your life, you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, and feel good about it, about what you're doing and yourself. You earned that right. You're a grown
That
woman. You've
part.
been through so much. You've earned that right. You've earned that
I
right.
love that. You earn the right.
Mm-hmm.
This is why when you said you a grown woman, This is why I named it Grown Woman Energy,
Yeah,
because there
yeah.
is something about a grown woman and a young lady or little girl. Nothing is
Mm-hmm.
better, nothing is lower. But that grown woman energy, it's a different level of confidence, surety, and all the stuff that you've learned up to this
Mm-hmm.
point. What do you think about GWE? Because you definitely put the acronym on there. I wasn't
Yes, I
even
did.
WE. So, what did you think? I know because when I told you the name of it, you were like, Grown Woman Energy, I like it. GWE. Tell me
GWE.
what you thought, you think about that grown woman energy, and what does that mean to you? And why did you say, you know what, we need an acronym, which was great?
Because to me it's something that first of all I always think acronyms help people remember stuff easily, and GWE is um it reminds me of that song that Queen Latifah did, and uh, oh my gosh, she did a song, Unity, UNITY, you know,
UNITY.
exactly. So
UNITY.
and so you will always remember that. And the grown women energy to me, again, like I said before, is just you've earned that right. You're a grown woman. You don't have to worry about what other people say or other people think about you. If you know that your best asset, like I said about my girlfriend, is your legs, and go wear some shorts. Put on that mini skirt. Why should you? Why,
Yes.
because you're 50 something or 60 something, you can't wear a mini
Yeah.
skirt.
Yeah.
You can't show your arms. I love to. If you see what I got on right now, I got on my poom poom shorts. I love, and when it gets warm out, my shorts get shorter and shorter.
I love it.
I,
I
you
love
know,
it. And
because
tell the people how old you are going to be in August.
I'm going to be 60. I'm hitting the big 60, the big 60, and I feel like I'm 30. I feel like my body feels so amazing.
You look it.
That's how I feel. I feel better than I did when I was in my 30s. When
Would
I
you
was in
say
my
that that's
30s.
that grown woman energy too, where
Yes,
you're
yes,
embracing your body, how you dress, and how you feel
yes.
unapologetically? I'm gonna wear my poom poom shorts. I feel amazing. I feel great. And you said you feel better now at this grown woman stage than
Mm-hmm.
you did 30. Do you feel freer?
I feel, yeah, free, girl. Please, are you kidding me? I, I feel like everything is just off my show. Everything is just rolling off my shoulders. I it's not, there are things that I think about, but I'm like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. And, my husband used to say it all the time. Don't worry, it's not that big a deal. Now here's my younger son saying it. It's not that big a deal. Mommy's not that big a deal. You know what? It's not that big of a deal because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be another day, and I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do something else, and there's things that I
Yes.
that that I that I I'm doing now that I never would have thought about doing in my younger years. I took an aerial yoga class. You know what that is?
Yes, where
I
you
never
hang in
even.
and stuff. I
Yes,
love it.
I would never have thought about doing that. I would have never thought about doing
I
that. I
love it.
started, on painting, and I started taking guitar lessons. There's so many things. It's like I started the podcast in my 50s.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
so many things. I became an author thanks to you in my 50s. Hint, go get the book. It's coming. It's Mother's Day.
You can get
Come
it in
on,
time for Mother's Day.
get it in time
Y'all,
for Mother's Day.
Amazon is what I've learned from and about my
and
mother
I
as my
and I don't
personal
have the book.
journey as her
Yeah,
child. You can still give it for Mother's Day. It's available on Amazon. If you have Prime, you will get it on time.
that's right.
You're not gonna. You can still give it, even if it's a little later. You can still give it. It makes a great addition to any Mother's Day gift you're giving to any mother that you know. Sheila,
That's
you
right.
blessed so many people with that book.
That's right. And it's because it's a blessing. And I write about my mom in there,
Yeah,
and what she went through in her life. And so and that's grown woman energy. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love it.
That's the whole grown woman energy. It's beautiful. And I
Yeah.
know we are going to reach, we are reaching, not going to reach, we are reaching right now so many women who
Yes.
don't have that voice. We are the voice for
Yes.
them. We are
Yes.
you, myself, and Regina. We are
Yes.
that grown women energy voice, and we sit there and we talk. We're just talking
Yes.
about stuff. Oh, I don't think I would say that. You know what?
Yes.
Well, say it. Say it.
That part. So
Say
that
it.
leads me to, so what was your experience like, coming to the studio and taping these episodes, and what can the people expect from, based off of what we've done, what
Oh
can the
goodness.
people expect from the show?
Well, first of all, it was beautiful. I mean, I loved it. I had, I was coming into another state from another state. I had butterflies all in my stomach, girl. But once we got our makeup with Tashira, that's her name, right? Tashira, yes, a
Yep.
beautiful soul, that beautiful girl doing the makeup,
Beautiful. Amazing.
and speaking with Kim and talking to Regina, and it just felt right, and one of the things when I came home, I said to my husband, I said, you know something, Kendall put that team together, and it was blessed, and it seemed like everyone on that was in that team, even the people where we got the make the studio, were blessed. I have the lights keep
Yep.
going off, let me stand up. But
Yep.
yeah, it's like it was a blessing, and
Mhm.
I just know that the women who are, I'm not even going to say women. I have to stop saying women. We have to stop saying women, because this is blessing men too. If I can sit there with
Yes.
my husband and watch something and keep
Yep.
his attention, because keep his attention on a woman's show, and when he's laughing and thinking it's funny, yeah, because you said something at the end of the show yesterday where you don't worry about them or they, because you don't
Oh,
even care who they. He just, we looked at each other. I'm like, I forgot she said that. That was hilarious. But I'm like, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use that. But there's, those are things.
I'm gonna post that clip today, and I have a clip.
That
Like,
was
some of the
so.
clips were
Yeah.
pre-done, but I have one that I recorded you. I'm gonna send all of that today too. But I recorded that part. That is so funny because I forgot too.
He's like, oh, we just started laughing. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna start using that. But that's the thing. If you can sit there and watch it with your man, or your boyfriend, or whomever, that shows it's a good show. And he sat there and watched it and laughed, and we are touching so many people, and they are enjoying it. They're not saying, oh, okay. They are enjoying it, because after every show, I'm getting a text message. You
Yeah.
look fab. You ladies look fabulous. You did a
Mhm.
great
Mhm.
job. So I know that this is the right path. Your vision, is coming to fruition, has come to fruition, and it's just going to take off. It's just going to take off.
I received that, and I thank you for
Mm-hmm.
being a part of my journey. We are sisters for life. You already know I love
Yes.
you
I
so
love
much.
you too,
I,
sis.
I
I
love
love
you
you too.
so much, and I appreciate you so much. Your support, on my vision, making it become reality. This is a show, of course, I could not do by myself. My daughter said instantly, she was like, the chemistry, everybody that
Yeah.
was in studio was like, your chemistry is good. We were
Yeah.
there talking. There was no egos. There wasn't
Mm-hmm.
anybody disrespecting one another, talking. We all played our role, and each person that watches, they're going to relate to all of us, or they might relate to you, or relate to
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying, or relate to Regina saying. And I think it's amazing. We're all from different, we all live in different places. We all have different experiences, and
Mm-hmm.
we bring our grown woman energy with all of the wealth of knowledge. If we put it all together, it's like 200 years, or 150 years or something. But
And you
we
know
have
what?
that. We don't know
We had
everything, but
fun.
we know a lot, and we have fun.
And we had fun. That was the thing. We
Mhm.
enjoyed each other, and it was just like as sisters, friends, just sitting down having a conversation.
Yes.
And that was the special part about it.
Yes.
and like you said, the chemistry, and it's beautiful, and I am so glad that it is coming through, that people see that you can, because we have that episode. I don't know if it's the next one or the next one after it, about the sisterhood. So and that's what it is.
Yep.
It's a sisterhood. It's like, come on, just
Yes.
because you're in this club now, don't
Yes.
mean that you gotta sit up in a corner and oh geez, what am I gonna do? Go out, enjoy life.
That's right.
Enjoy
That's
life,
right.
and don't apologize to anybody for being you, because
That's right.
you've earned that right. You've
That's
earned that
right.
right.
That's right. I
Mm-hmm.
totally agree. And I want to address this because so episode 1 and 2, we had on the same outfits. I want to give some background. So when you book studio time, when you hear people say time is money, time is
Mm-hmm.
money. And we were trying to film as much as we could in the 4 hour
That's
window
right.
we had, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
when you take time to undress, dress, change, you're eating up into your show time,
Studio time.
your
Mm-hmm.
studio time. So on episode 3, we want y'all to know we done changed our clothes.
we got on new outfits. We
We
got on new
got
outfits.
on new
We
outfits. It's
still
a
looking
hint,
good, but we got on new
right?
outfits.
And we
We're
all were
going.
coincide. If you notice that in the first 2 episodes, we didn't even plan it. We had on black, white, and red,
Oh, I
right?
know.
All of us was not planned. That's God. That's chemistry. The second episodes, I'll just say we have on denim. We all collaborate. The collaboration is
Yes.
easy. We not fussing over nothing. We grow. That's the grown woman
That's
energy.
right.
We ain't saying no. You do this. We came how we come. It's
That's
not like
right.
don't wear that. Why you doing that? You looking at? We came
Mm-hmm.
exactly who we are and who we
Exactly.
wanted to be. And I love that about grown women. We are
Mm-hmm.
sisters. We're not in competition. We're in celebration of one
That's
another. And
right.
that's what
That's
you're going to
right.
see on this show. Everyone had equal time to say what they wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say. Nobody was like, okay, you get this amount of time, you get that amount of time. And it
That's
flowed
right.
easily. Sheila, I
It
love
was
you so,
beautiful. I
so much.
love you too. I love you
Thank you
too,
so
sis.
much. Is there any last things that you want to say outside? And then after that, promote your podcast.
No, I just want to say again, Grown Woman Energy, please tune in. It's a beautiful show. Kendall's vision has come to life. And if you like it, just tell someone else about it so we can get these views up. And like Kendall said, we can be on, you can turn us on on TV and see us alongside Jennifer Hudson or Sherry Shepherd or I forgot the other lady on Channel 7. I don't really watch.
Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall. That's right.
Maybe
So
we could
yeah,
all three be on their couches talking about
talking
our
about this
premiere of
show.
Grown Woman
Exactly.
Energy and where you can watch it. We're claiming that
Exactly.
right now.
Right now, in Jesus' name. That's right. We
Amen.
claiming that. That's right. And please come if I also have my own personal podcast called Sheila's Take. It comes new episodes come out every Wednesday, and you can get me on YouTube for the video. You can get me on Instagram at Sheila's
It's
underscore
right
take.
under there. It's right
Right,
there
it's
below.
there. Okay, it's
Yep.
right there. Uh, and please, check it out. I'm on Spotify, Apple, all of the streaming platforms. Thank you.
Yes. And guess what, y'all? If you in your well, I'm not even going to tell you, but you need to watch on YouTube. And then you might see it come in some place else's, but need to watch on YouTube. It's important that we, like Sheila said, get those views up,
That's
those
right.
comments, the likes, and share. If you want
That's right.
more of Grown Woman Energy, imagine, y'all, imagine we've done this ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine us in a big old studio with resources behind us, with all of these things. Imagine we still going to be the same people.
That's
It's just
right.
going to be
That's
more
right.
fabulous. And it's going to
And
have grown. Imagine having 50 and overs working the camera,
mm-hmm.
being doing makeup, doing this.
That's right.
Come on now. Come on now.
That's right. 5 days a week.
5 days a
Right now,
week.
you got it one day, once a week. Imagine 5 days a week with the three of
Imagine
us.
that.
You
And
can you
imagine all
imagine
the
the
things we can
topics we
talk
could
about.
do? Come on, come on. Let's claim it. Let's
We're
claim it.
claiming 5 days a week. We're claiming on a station near you. We're claiming that we're going to be on Tamron, Sherry, or Jennifer, or all three, talking
Mm-hmm.
about this show where you can watch it. We're claiming that. So if you're watching this now, stand in agreement and prayer with us, and we can roll this video back and say, remember, we said on
That's
May, what was
right.
this, the 9th?
May
Remember what we
9th.
said on May 9th. Watch God work.
Ooh,
Like my friend Blossom on here, she always hashtags watch God work, watch God work.
ooh,
I love
yes.
you so
I
much.
love you too. Thank you for
Life
having
is
me.
better. Life is better with a little
With a
grown woman in
grown
it.
woman in it. That's right. With a little grown woman in it. Yes, girl. All right. I love you. I
I
love
love
you.
you
Thank you
too.
so much.
Everybody, thank you for watching. Make sure you share this out too. And this will be on the playlist, as all of them are, on my YouTube channel under Grown Woman Energy. So if you want to go to one place to see everything we've said to talk about that, even the clips, it's in the playlist of Grown Woman Energy right there on my YouTube channel. God bless y'all. Peace. Thank
God
you for
bless you. Thank
watching.
you.
Bye,
Bye
Sheila.
bye. Bye bye.